The Monday night game, Denver and Oakland, might be the last game ever for the Raiders in Oakland. Oakland, do they count as a dumpster fire? Maybe yes, although Derek Carr is playing better. Denver counts as a dumpster fire, right? Is that too harsh of a term to use? I would label Denver a dumpster fire right now. Would you not?
No, I would. You bring up a good point, Pete. Not only is the last game in Oakland, it might be the last game that Denver's going to have their head coach as well. So something's got to give here, right?
So I'm looking at this one, and I'm thinking, I'm leaning under. I actually took the under in Oakland's last game, and I got 46. Wound up being a push because it landed on 46. Jimmy the Bag took the over, but he got 45.5, so he got a winner with that one. I was thinking about a shot. I think there's going to be a lot of running for Denver. Leaning Oakland, slight lean to the under, and maybe a bigger lean to the Denver team total under. But I just look at this. I think that I'm seeing fewer negatives with Oakland here. The factor of it being the last home game, possibly the last home game at Oakland, I think does matter, right? Even though the whole world is aware of it, I think it's a factor that we can't throw out and not consider as important. I like the way Derek Carr is playing. I think that Oakland has fewer negatives right now than Denver. And as a home dog, I take Oakland here. What's your take on this one, Donnie?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I agree with you. I think Oakland stinks as a team, but let's also factor in that both of these teams are going nowhere, and it's Christmas Eve. So are the Denver Broncos and their families, are they like saying, you know what, let's hurry up and get this game in? How quick can this plane land so I can get back to see my kids on Christmas Day? Yeah. The head coach is going to be fired. He might not even make it back on the plane right here. Not a lot of motivation to go in and play for the Denver Broncos at this point, other than playing for pride. In the reports, never good when the reports are already out. Basically, it says, "Hey, our organization's already moving on from Vance Joseph as head coach." And have fun out there, Vance, in this football game. Christmas Eve, sleepier environment. Last game in Oakland. I don't know how much juice Oakland's going to have even for that. But I'm certainly not laying points with Denver on the road out of the playoffs on Christmas Eve. Oakland are nobody here for me, Pete.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I'm leaning Oakland, maybe leaning under. Maybe the safest play is the Denver team total under. But then you can't ignore the fact that Oakland just has a terrible defense. Is that too strong of a word, Donnie Rightside?
No, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good word for Oakland's defense.
So what would your take on all right, so once again, if you're leaning Oakland, here's my question. If you're leaning Oakland, we gave you a free play on either the Oakland team total over or the Denver team total under, which would you take?
I'm taking the Denver team total under because they just don't play to over. 16 last week, 14 the week before. I mean, I know they're going against the Oakland Raiders, but this offense doesn't say, ooh, big plays all over the field. They want to give it to Lindsey. They want to run the clock. Give me the under team total on Denver, Pete.
All right, let me see if there's any comments coming in that can help me decide here, and then I'll make a final decision on this game. Noob Saibot says, Denver season ended last week. They have no motivation to play on Christmas Eve. That's true. Let's see, what else do we have here? Other comments. SPR Forum says the game is going to be watching paint dry. Yes, it could be, but that's a factor that we have to consider. How do you bet games that are like watching paint dry? Do you take the dog? You take the under? We consider all factors like that. Nick O says Raiders and Cardinals are competing for a first-round draft pick. Do you think that the Raiders want to lose here, or do you think because it's potentially the last home game that trumps their draft status or their potential draft status?
No, I think they'll play it pretty close here, Oakland. I mean, I know they would. The preference deep down would probably not to win, but if you take a look at the last three games, Pete played Kansas City, 40-33, hung in there. Pittsburgh Steelers beat them 24-13, 24-21. Had a tough time going to Cincinnati in one of those blah games, but they're coming home. It's Christmas Eve. Maybe they get excited because it's national TV. I think they'll give an honest effort in this one. I just don't know where the effort level for the Denver Broncos is going to be.
All right. On the other hand, someone named The Blunt Truth says Denver easy. I'd be interested to see to hear why he thinks Denver as a 3-point road favorite is easy. Denver easy. And then Nick O says Raiders are being sued by the city of Oakland. What are the Raiders playing for? Well, they're playing for the enthusiasm of the fans who will be in attendance, right?
They're playing for the guy in the shoulder pads with the spikes in the black hole, Pete. That's who they're playing for.
All right, I'm definitely leaning Oakland plus the points, and I'm thinking about taking the Denver team total under, but I'll hold off for now on an official play there.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.